So we'll give everybody another like 60 seconds or so. Testing. Testing. I hear a little bit. All right. I can talk loud if I need to talk loud, but it seems unnecessary. Hi, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Welcome in. I do want to, before we jump in and get started with team meeting and market sets, I did want to say for any of you that are here as guests today, I know we have a handful of guests. I met a few of you on your way in, so nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. If I did meet you and you're one of our guests here today, please introduce yourself to me so that I can say hello, answer any questions. I am going to stay around after. I will introduce myself. But please definitely let me know who you are. Say hello. I would love to answer questions. To Alicia's point, my name is Jacqueline Graham. I am our assistant team leader for the office, and I am happy to help you with anything that you need and get you connected to all the good stuff that we have going on. Okay. I'm going to call it officially 1:30. We're going to get going. I know we have a lot to cover today. So let's jump in and get started. What's next? Here we go. Okay, so the first thing that I want to mention to you guys, this is an awesome program. It is back for Q2. This is 75 Thrive. So this is a live streamed event. This is something that we as a market center thought was really important to bring to you guys. This is top agents across KW, everywhere in the country, bringing you what they are specialists in. So this is something that we went out and found for you guys. You are definitely welcome to come in and attend this. This is on Thursdays. And you can see all of the upcoming dates. You'll notice on May 23rd, Gary Keller himself is going to be teaching. I'm going to check that one out because I think that's going to be interesting. But all of these names on here, if you don't know who these agents are, they are the top at their game and what they're teaching. So I highly recommend coming in for this class. On April 18th at 11, we are doing farming with Susan Lombardo. So that's going to be the next one coming up. The other class I recommend, I was talking to a few of you earlier today, looking at you guys over there. The Command Foundation Workshop is going to be in person. Yeah, I'm pointing you out, Yanni. Yes. This is, for those of you that don't know it, aren't already using it, Command is our technology platform. It is something you have access to as a KW agent. I know some of you who've been in the business a while that haven't migrated over. This is your opportunity. Just come listen and check it out. There are so many new cool features that were just released. There's now a house comparison that is on there. So you know if you're going to buy a car and the websites will let you pick like car A, B, and C, and you can look at them side by side, our websites do that now. So if you show that to a buyer client, say they're looking at a couple of properties, you can actually show them a side-by-side comparison. It's something you can text them as follow-up. It's a great reach out. There's also neighborhood nurtures that you can send via text as well. So ton of cool stuff. This is going to be taught by Eason, who is our regional tech trainer. Come in, bring your laptop, bring whatever you have that you're going to work on. He will help you get it set up, but he's phenomenal. We got really good feedback when he came in last month. So that is happening this week, 1 to 3, yes.
Where's that up?
It's going to be here. So Eason's coming here.
It came last week, although we were having a listening book, so it was a little late and we couldn't find it.
It should be in this room. We'll double check, but it should be in this room. So it should be here from 1 to 3.
Thank you.
Yes?
Can we go back a few slides to do celebrations?
Did we miss celebrations?
Yes.
And what a fun slide.
We missed one, sorry. I don't know.
Thank you, Brother Bob.
Bob.
So one of the things that we would like to celebrate is everybody that has an anniversary. So as you will see, one of the things that I love about our KW San Diego Metro office is we have a lot of agents who are seasoned and very experienced and savvy at what they do. And we would like to celebrate all of you, no matter how many years you've been with us. We would like to celebrate your anniversary. And the other celebration we have is our regional top leaderboard. You guys, this is a big deal. So I realized recently, being at the regional awards meeting, that we don't always share this back with all of you guys. This means that these agents on screen, the Solis team, everybody that's up on here, they were top in the region. This is all of Southern California. So sometimes we will get in a room and people think that we're just celebrating a little too much. This is a really big deal. So I love that we have this up here. Congratulations to everybody on this list. This means that you are one of the top agents that is working in our region. Yes, Deb, thank you. A round of applause. Thank you for calling that out. So let's jump ahead to Chris Bay. Do you want to say anything, or do you want me to cover this for you?
So what if I've been talking about this for a while, but we're doing a recycling and e-waste event, and I set it up as a client event for my clients, but you all are welcome. Bring your stuff, bring your clients junk. It's for shredding paper and getting rid of e-waste, laptop computers, cameras. I've got a couple of laptops, five maybe, in my storage, just because I don't want to throw them out. If you guys are interested, it's going to be Sunday at the signature office from 10 to 12. But last minute, get your clients there. Even if we can get like 30 or 40 people, then that would be okay. Because it's costing me a small amount of change, so I would appreciate it if we can get at least 30 or 40 people.
So this is one of the things that has gone over the best in my client database is when I have run shredding events. So what you can do is let Chris know that you want to participate and just start calling and emailing and texting through your database and just letting them know about this event and saying, hey, RSVP, let me know that you're coming so I make sure to hold you a spot. We need to let the company know. But this is one of those great things where it's just an offer of value. You're not asking anything else, you're just offering them as a service so that they think about you when they think about real estate. But this is a great excuse just to reach out.
Just to be clear, they're shredding the paper stuff on site, but they're not destroying their laptop on site. They're taking it away. So they are going to literally destroy it later. So Deb just asked, no, it's not going to be loud and obnoxious. It's going to
So you need to RSVP though?
I would appreciate it, but at least I have an idea of how many people are coming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll help if you give Chris a head count. That'll be super helpful on that end. One more
I just
question?
need a text. You don't have to call me. Just text.
Question,
Yeah.
could we bring batteries too?
What kind of batteries?
Just regular, I guess so, it's okay.
I think so.
Okay, I'll bring them
Well,
myself.
yeah, I think so. I mean, we just talked about like laptop cameras, TVs, stuff like that. I don't know. That's a good question. But yeah, I guess so. That's the only thing. I don't think so. Yeah.
Awesome. And for those of you that didn't hear in the beginning, Chris said that's going to be at our 1660 Hotel Circle address. So it will be at the other office over in Mission Valley. Do you want to say anything, Phoebe, or you just want everybody to come next week because it's really important?
No, show up next week. Live in person plus the potluck too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, that's the next announcement.
So, Broker Bob, for any of you that are guests or haven't met him, is here in person, loving San Diego, loving the heat. And he wants to make sure you come next Wednesday because he's going to have a lot of really important information. And I know there's been a lot of discussions I've been having in the hallways about what are all the changes that are coming this summer, what do we do, how does that work? There's a lot out there right now. Please come next week. That is why we have these risk management meetings. Broker Bob will break that all down for you. This one I'm excited about. This is also next Wednesday. So come in the morning and then stay for Broker Bob's risk management session. This is new. So for those of you who don't know, I am the KW military representative for our market center. And what that means is I go out to the KW military national meetings and bring that information back to you. You can join KW Military, you can be active duty, veteran, spouse, family member, or just a military supporter, meaning you have military business. I will help get you connected to that. This panel is going to be open to all agents at all brokerages. You do not have to be KW Military. And it is a panel of some of our top KW Military agents across the country talking about what they're doing to prepare post when these changes are eventually implemented. Obviously, there's been a lot of talk of how will this affect military. These are going to be some of those high-level conversations that have been happening. I will be here, and then this panel will be live streamed, but I will be here to host and help facilitate in-person interaction before and after that live panel. Next Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. Okay, for me, this might be the most exciting piece. It's all exciting, but I really am excited about this because this came from a conversation between our ALC and our leadership team. And one of the things that we heard is that you guys have been out there doing a ton of work, and we don't always see it because some of us work hybrid, and so we may not always see everything in person. However, your coaches who are in this room, your leadership team that's in this room and it's working hybrid right now, we do see you, and we wanted to make sure that was known and celebrated. So we have created an Agent of the Month, and we're very excited. This will be announced every month at our Market Stats meeting. And it will go to an agent that either the coaches or the leadership team has seen putting in the hard work that it takes to be a professional in this industry. The reward is going to be an office space for a month and a parking space for a month at no charge to you, purely because we want to celebrate your work. We have some top candidates that were brought to the table, and we are so honored to name as our first Agent of the Month that will take effect May 1st, so this will be for the month of May, Gaga. Why don't you say something?
I'm like, I don't know what to say. Thank you, really. I really appreciate it. Thank you. That's all that I have to say. I mean, I know that you're all doing the work here. I mean, I've been talking to a lot of my fellow agents here, and everybody is like really doing a lot. So I'm so honored that I got chosen because I know that a lot of people here are really killing it. Thank you, and thank you. Really, it means a lot. It kind of means that if I don't see what I'm doing, then obviously somebody else does. So, thank you.
We'll coordinate details with you. We'll fill you all in. We wanted it to be a surprise, and we wanted you to know that we do see that work, especially your coach. What else do we have coming up next? Eddie, do you want to say anything about Broker Bob's? Welcome back.
Yeah, you want to start? I missed you guys last time. Well, we got a great new special guest. New, back from the past. Never left, but kind of did, and now he's back. So we're all psyched to see him again.
I only live a few hours away.
Just a few hours.
Thanks, everybody. First of all, thank you, Movement and Ed and Matt, for always covering us when we have big things to celebrate. Who's excited about Broker Bob being back? I'm so nice to have him. Now, for a lot of you that have only been with us for a few years, you've only experienced risk management virtually, but can you imagine how intense it's going to be in person? But there's going to be a lot of changes going on in our industry, and our new best friend is Broker Bob. So he is coming back in town just in time. Today's a great opportunity to come and get to know him better. We're going to be asking him some great questions. You're going to be able to ask questions that you want and really get to know him on a personal level, because we're all going to be working really hard together to make sure that we have the best year ever. So I hope you'll all be able to go. Does everybody know where Draft is? Or Corner Draft? It's like 2 blocks up. Just go up this road and make a right on Laurel, and it's right there. Laurel and what? Fifth, yes, thank you. So it's right there. Hope you guys can join us. We'll be there from 3 to 5. If you want to stop by, you can't stay too long, that's no problem. And then also next week, we are going to be having our early Cinco de Mayo potluck. That is going to be coinciding with our risk management, so you definitely won't want to miss it. It'll be at 12:30 here. You're going to want to bring an item to share. Please not dessert. We seem to overdose on desserts. So either a side dish or a main dish. Just if you want, you'll see the invite. You'll get the email invite, and then you'll also get it on Facebook. So just let us know what you'll be bringing. And we look forward to seeing you today at 3 and next week at 12:30 before risk management. Thanks everyone.
So one other thing I jumped over, but Essence was kind enough to share the agenda with me. I want to share with all of you guys, we have made some office, like physical office update changes. So some of you that are in the office a lot already have heard the word, but for those of you that are just hearing this for the first time, what we have done is in the back of the office, so if you go around the corner, that far right corner, we have turned 2 of those offices into ALC offices. So for those of you that don't know, ALC is our Associate Leadership Council. They are the agents that serve as our executive board. So they bring things to us as a leadership team. They let us know what's happening out there in the market so that we can help you best adjust. So we have scheduled those offices to be just for ALC so that there is a spot for them to come in and work, because they are a fantastic resource for all of you. So we want to make sure they have a space to come in and work. Now in doing that, we've done a couple of other things. We've also opened up an office in the back. Alex, wherever you are, you could probably show everybody where it is. He's already been in there today using it. The office in the back of that hall is going to be open for any of our agents to come in and book. You can still come in and book conference rooms when you have meetings with clients or when you're having a coaching meeting. These 2 front conference rooms will still be open, but we're trying to open those up for our larger groups. So that's why we've opened up that back office for agents that just want to come in and do their lead generation and really get focused. So that will be open. You'll be able to schedule that online and with Essence at the front desk. So she'll be sending something, we'll put it on our Facebook page, but you can also schedule it with Essence at the front desk. And then I'm going to be relocating to the back hall as well so that we can give our Agent of the Month a spot up in the front. So that's where we'll have fun for the month of May. So I wanted to share all that so that when you guys see it on Facebook, it's not brand new news. Okay, let's jump back to where we were. I think it's time for Movement Mortgage.
I need the
I like that
microphone.
shirt.
Thanks. I should have worn it next week, huh? I didn't know that. Whoops, too early. All right, you guys, so let's see, what are we going to talk about today? There's been a whole bunch of news on socials about about Fannie Mae changing their guidelines on Monday. I don't know if you guys saw this. Yeah, nothing changed, okay? It's always been this way. It has never counted against interested party contributions, any kind of commissions that are being paid. They were just reiterating it. And literally, if you read the note, like on the front part of it, it says the second sentence, we are just reiterating our existing guidelines on interested party contributions. For some reason, people took it differently and came out and made all these social media posts and videos and what have you and confused everybody about it. It's always been that way. So sellers can pay for your commissions and it's never going to count against their contributions. They can still give credits towards closing costs. And again, that's going to come into play with depending on the type of loan and depending on what percentage down on some of these conventional loans will determine how much they can credit. And if you guys need more information on it, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I actually put it on a couple of the group chats, but I will post it on the Facebook page as well. I have a cheat sheet on it with all the different loan types and concessions. So just want to debunk that myth. I hope I see you guys at 3 o'clock. Another thing, rates haven't been doing that well. Today they're getting a lot better. But look, at the end of the day, guys, why is the Fed going to even lower rates when the economy is still on fire, right? They have only two different levers that they can pull to control the economy. They can either raise and lower the prime rate, right? What they charge, Fed funds rate, what they can charge overnight, and they can buy and sell treasuries, right? They've been buying less and less treasuries, so they've been tightening the monetary supply, trying to lower that inflation, right? And the other one is lowering their interest rates. Well, why would they lower rates if we're on fire? they're not going to lower rates, you guys, until they see the economy starting to go down. Until you see unemployment starting to tick up, they're not even gonna think about it. Why would you hit the brakes if you're coasting down a hill? If you're doing just fine. So these rates are gonna be around for longer than normal, you guys. Like today, they came out and said maybe even they might be looking towards the end of the year, early next year. Every day is gonna be something different, so I'm not guessing, don't guess. Don't have your clients guess. If they're comfortable with the payment, get into the house sooner rather than later. That's all I'm saying to clients. If they're not comfortable with it, let's plan for them to be comfortable later on, but get something that they can afford now. That's all I got.
And just to add to that, we have been hearing from a lot of our listing agents that we are already starting to see a tick up of multiple offers on properties. So if they feel comfortable at this rate, get them in touch, have that conversation. They can get in now. It might help them. Oh, this is another exciting one. It's just So I'm very excited to announce that Mike Law is our agent spotlight of the week for Escrow Partners. Yes, we are very excited for Mike. He just opened escrow with us. We are excited to partner with you at Escrow Partners. And for those of you that haven't had a chat with Nicole, you don't know that you need a net sheet yet, but when you do know, then you're not going to know who Nicole is. Just go meet her, go say hi. She's literally the door right across the hall. So go introduce yourself, go say hi. Nicole's very friendly, and she will help you with net sheets or whatever you need to help make it a seamless process to open escrow. So congratulations, Mike. What else do we have? What else is exciting? Oh, coaching spotlight.
Where is everyone? This is crazy that we have empty seats on staff today, you guys. Okay, so Sam and Yanni, they're up here every week. They just opened another escrow with the buyer. They're in growth coaching with me. And our next one is Gaga. She got she's in growth coaching with Deborah.
Judy.
Thank you. Okay, property picture.
Is this on?
Yes.
395 Plaza Toluca. It's in San Miguel Ranch. It's a very beautiful area in the east part of Chula Vista where they have the best schools, the best neighborhoods. They have incredible facilities in their HOA. And this house is 2909 square feet for only $1.199. It's really a great price for that big of a property. It actually has 5 bedrooms, even though 1 bedroom is missing a closet door. It's a bedroom. Come on, let's get out of it. Okay, so and it's beautiful. It's facing the backyard, which has a fountain and a hill. It's a lovely neighborhood. It's very near to some throughways that it's not so hard to drive. Like you don't have to go like that to get there. So yeah, this house has a big open floor plan. Now, if you ever have a buyer that wants to have a big open floor plan, this is it. It is living room, kitchen, dining room, breakfast nook, all in one huge room. So and it's a beautiful area with HOA is only 187 and the Melrose is 210. So you get to have all of this below 400 per month for the fees. So then there's 3 bedrooms upstairs and an alcove as well. The downstairs bedroom with a full bathroom and the other bedroom has a half bathroom right off of the living room kitchen. Okay, so I'm gonna have an open house on Saturday. Somebody here maybe is gonna shadow me. I think.
I have like a dozen people that want to shadow.
Well, tell them to call me. You know how much I love shadows. Do I give them a lot of information? Is it good information?
Great.
By the way, I had one last week that was awesome. She was amazing. Yes.
Do you want to just tell people, give a little props of, you allow shadowing, what number to reach you at, if they want to shadow you?
What number, my phone number?
Yeah, just tell me.
619, write it down, 619-787-6991. Now, there's just one caveat, you have to put up signs for me, you know. Because I fall down easily. So yeah, if you want, I'll probably have another open house on Sunday. Does somebody want me to host their open house? Because I don't have anything on Sunday right now. I definitely want to do that, so I'm working on it. Oh, yeah, and I got 19 offers on my newest listing, which is not this one. And we're opening another restaurant today as well. Oh, yes, thank you, it's going great. You know, things have switched since I came back. When you go away on a vacation, what happens? You get lots and lots of business when you're gone. So go on vacation. I went to Greece, it was great. Yes.
Are we moving over to the education portion now?
Anybody want a flyer? Let me make sure.
Yeah, to the market.
Okay, so I will welcome Ashley to come up.
All right. The energy is so subdued in here today. Everybody stand up. Stretch out. Somebody you don't know and introduce yourself. Okay, so let's do this. You guys come up, line up here. Let's go fast.
Okay, I'll request mine.
Okay, I got it. High-end, Point Loma property. Let's see, it's 3,600 square feet, 2017, super custom. They've got an elevator, mini appliances. People's made it for themselves to live there forever, and then had to move to Arizona. So it's just, if you have a really anal client that has about $4 million, come talk to me.
It's not bad.
Yeah, 4.2 is asking price. I think it's, yeah.
3,900 square feet?
36.
With an elevator.
And it's completely ADA accessible, so that's really cool about it. You wouldn't know that. And it's very functional. There's not really weird angles. A lot of those homes there have really weird angles. It's a beautiful home, so.
Where is it?
Point Loma, on Alexandria Street, 1071 Alexandria.
Does it have a view?
It has a view, it's not like, oh my gosh view, but it's definitely a view. And yeah, like I said, it's not funky at all. It's just a solid 4-bedroom, 4.5 bath. They added another bathroom. So it could be a family home, it could be, a couple's home, whatever. Thank you very much.
A new listing in Del Cerro going on the market on Friday. It's in the Vista Del Cerro area. So for those of you that don't know all the little pockets of that area, Patrick Henry High School, it's the neighborhood just across Navajo Road. Excellent elementary school, great suburban neighborhood. We have it listed, it's a 3-2
around 1175 square feet. We are listing it for $915. It is fairly original with the exception of the kitchen that was redone 20 plus years ago. So it definitely needs some updates. And the model match is on the market pending with an asking of $979. We're going on at $915, so I think we're really well priced. We're having opens already held Saturday and Sunday. I think we're covered for the next weekend, but you guys gotta know, I'm gonna put on lockbox tomorrow. Address is 6423 Amberley, and it's 92120.
Awesome.
Hello again. I have a listing coming up in Spectrum in Curry Mesa. If you're familiar with that, there's 4 complexes there. The most desirable one is Boardwalk. There's almost never anything for sale there, and I've got one coming up this week there. It's a 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath. It also does have like an office space as well, not included in those bedrooms. And what's really unique about them is they have tandem parking, but the parking is so massive in the garage that you could almost fit 3 small cars in there. So I'd say 2 regular size and maybe like a Honda Civic or something like that in the front. So massive, lots of storage. It's got full-size washer and dryer. One of the cool things, if you don't know that area, by the way, this is going to be 1,600 square feet and $875. If you don't know the area, it's down the corner from a big park, a dog park, and a playground, restaurants. If you have clients that love the Convoy area, it's just right across the freeway from there. So it's a really great location. It'll be on the market in the next probably 24 to 48 hours. Thank you.
I'm not going to sell it like a Bridges Solar listing. I'm just going to tell you. We have a 4-bedroom, 2-bath in Santee. It's South Mission Hills condo. It's still on the market, 1-bedroom, 1-bath. Petite, very small, but very nice. Great starter home. So bring up buyer for that one. Question.
The Santee place, is that a single family residence or townhouse or what is that?
That is a great question. Thank you for asking. Single family.
For $699. $699 is amazing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hit up anyone that's losing their hearing, perfectly them, telling you, little backyard, fantastic. On the freeway. Fair housing violation. There's some fair housing by Judio here too. Alright, we're gonna
Oh, yeah, we're live streaming. That's what he was highlighting. There we go. Okay, so 90 days from today is Pandemonium Day.
Pandemonium Day?
Yeah. I didn't know it existed. July 14th. It's an actual day that is celebrated every July 14th. It's not on the day, the 17th of this month. It's not 90 days from now. 90 days is literally July 14th. So it's not just.
Bastille Day.
Bastille, it was that, but that was boring. Pandemonium Day. How many of you feel like there's been a little bit of pandemonium going on? So this is the day we can actually celebrate it. Just hold it all in until then. The reason I put a holiday or a special day 90 days from today is we have a 90-day real estate cycle. So what you're doing today is going to show up in your bank account 90 days from now. Makes it tough when we are in a tighter market to keep doing the things that we know lead to income when you have to wait 90 days. Most of you want instant gratification. You won't get it in real estate. Very, very, very rare. So you gotta keep doing it for 90 days. The results will show up. Okay, this is so good. The top set of numbers is all the listings taken through the end of March, all the way back to 2017. Year over year, we're up substantially. We're up 14%, which is awesome. That means there's more choice out there. What's interesting is the supply is still far below what we need to meet the demand. So we had a mastermind earlier, we talked about 2 different listings. One was Mike's, one was Judy's, just in the last week. One had 15 offers, one had 19 offers. Vinny, I'm gonna guess you're $699 in Santee, you're gonna get somewhere in that teen.
And you know what, I hope it's all your office.
Yeah, absolutely. It is incredibly competitive still, but it's a good sign that we're seeing people start to list.
Ed talked about rates not going down. They're probably not gonna go down this year. I actually now think that's a good thing, because we have been roughly just short of 3 months. In 3 months, it will be 2 years that we've been in these higher interest rate environment. And I think for the most part, people have either adapted to the new normal, or they are tired of waiting and they can't wait anymore, so they're making their moves. We're seeing both happen. That's a good thing. Historically, 8% is still not a high interest rate. It just is when you were comparing it to 2.5% or 3% immediately before it went way up. So now that's far enough in the rearview mirror, I believe. People are like, okay, if I can afford the payment, let's do this. And so what's interesting is our solds are only up 1.55%. But that's a lagging indicator. So the solds reflect what went into escrow the month prior, let's call it 60 days prior. So this next month, when you come back in May, we're gonna see that sold percentage way up, which is great for everybody's income. All right, so I pulled these numbers yesterday. And again, our inventory is up slightly because we're absorbing it so quickly. So active detached under $1 million, as of yesterday morning, 538 total houses available under $1 million. Well, I'll say something when we get to the next couple slides. Active detached over $1 million, 1,238. That's a substantial increase. And that's a 20% increase, month over month. All right. Here's our condos. Not as much of an increase. Okay. Blue bar is representative of the listings taken in 2022. For those of you who were in the business, the first half of 2022 was phenomenal. We were on fire, almost uncomfortably on fire. And then the interest rates went up in July. And the brakes kind of went off. And that's when people really started the market really slowed down. Between July of 2022 and this January, we lost 50% of our overall market, meaning those houses just didn't come to even be sold because people weren't listing if they didn't absolutely have to. What we're seeing is they've somewhat adjusted. And look how close the yellow and blue lines are. 2020, the first half of 2022 was crazy, then it stopped in July. But this is measuring only through the end of March. We are pretty damn close to where we were the first half of 2022 in terms of new listings. That's really good. The red bar is last year. We're not in the same environment. It's a really, really good thing. Sold's gonna follow that. For the rest of my life, and most of you in this room, we are not going to have enough supply in San Diego to meet the demand we have from buyers. It's just never going to be able to be fixed. So every time you see something get listed, 99% of them are going to sell. They're going to, and they're going to sell quickly. Last year versus this year, look how much we're up. With the exception of the under 400, because those properties just don't exist anymore. And then the 6 to 7, every other price point, we're up. Unsolds, we would be up in the 600 and 700 range if there were more listings to sell. They're not there. All right. So here's the one I wanted to pause. This month I did this a little bit differently. I'm showing you April 15th this year compared to April 15th last year. So these are the slides for active houses and active condos. It's easy to use the buyer or seller to say, this is your competition. If you're at a $699,000 house, there's only 60 of those in the entire county. This is 2023. There were 66 last year. I made this a little bit easier. I put them side by side. So the side closest to me is this year compared to last year. Look how much more inventory we have. That's substantial. So last year, we had 1,309 total houses available. We have 1,798 now.
Why do you think that is?
Because the people who are waiting for the interest rates to come down, who are owning property, that we can't wait anymore. This is just the new normal.
Well, and they did come down last month.
They did,
Up until a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
So all of a sudden, they're like, okay, it's time.
Could be. I think it's more that they just can't wait. You borrow buyers sometimes from the future because interest rates were so low. We sacrificed sellers the last 2 years because they were trying to wait a condition out. You can't wait out anymore.
Is this a number that says this is how many properties are available in April total, or is it this is how many?
This was just literally yesterday morning, what was available on the market when I got on the MLS.
Whenever it was listed, like March.
Doesn't matter when it was listed.
So that's all that we have available for sale now.
Yesterday morning at 6:30, yes.
Is this detached?
This is detached. Let's go, I'll just skip those two and put, here's the condos. Yesterday morning versus last year, same time.
Oh, wow. Wow. Wow.
Now, here's the cool thing. Guess what the media is gonna do? The inventory is exploding. Everybody's leaving California. You doubled your inventory year over year. I mean, they're going to use it to panic people. The reality is we still only have 884 condos for the entirety of San Diego County. And 1,798 houses.
And don't forget what it costs to afford those places.
But that's it.
Right.
We got 3.3 million people who live here, and there's less than 3,000 listings available. And yet, you're going to hear, oh, the inventory's doubling. Oh my God, the sky is falling. That's a fantastic thing.
What is the other number? 1790?
1798. All right, so here's what tells one of the slides that shows you how healthy we are. Our absorption rates are still ridiculous. In the first quarter of the year, we've got over almost all the price points except luxury, well over 70% absorption. That means 70% of everything listed in a particular month is sold in that month. It's not even going 32 days. It's sold in that month. New listings, look at the trajectory of the line. We've gotten that past last year, and I believe you're going to see that line continue to go up. Probably through July, maybe August. I do think we're going to see a slowdown again in the overall market as we get closer to November, because typically around presidential elections, the entire market slows down. People are waiting to see what's going to happen, so they'll wait and push pause for 90 to 120 days. Okay, actives. Such a buildup. Kidding. Pendings, following the trajectory of the listings. Solds, following the same trajectory. Those are all really, really healthy signs. Median sales price. All-time new record high. So the median defines the absolute midpoint of the market. Half of the houses that sold in San Diego County last month were under $1,050,000. Half of the houses that sold were over $1,050,000. For condos, it was $670,000. We're $5,000 off the all-time high there, but we'll rapidly eclipse that. So houses, 114% appreciation over a 10-year run. That is antithetical, meaning you would have never seen that prior to 2010. Something switched in our overall real estate economy that says 10% appreciation in Southern California is sustainable. It was historically 6%, so that's a big jump. But now we've got 14 years of at least 10% appreciation every year. So for the people who say it's not sustainable, show me the evidence it's not sustainable. I got 14 years that tells me it is. All right, here's the average, all-time high. Well, that's actually not true. It dipped a little bit. Last month was the all-time high. It dipped a little bit this month. It will get back up there. Same thing, 10-year average appreciation. Let's do this. Who is absolutely brand new, maybe not even licensed yet, but just getting into real estate? You. All right. So can you do basic math fairly quickly?
Yes.
Okay. So that number on the top is about houses. 835,556. You don't have to give me to the dollar. But if I've made that much money over 10 years, how much did I make every year?
83,000, 83.5.
Yeah. So just owning a house in San Diego, you made $83,000 a year in the last 10 years in a row. That's higher than the median salary in the county. This is why I'm passionate about getting people into real estate. Because if you waited 2 years because you wanted the interest rates to come down, how much money would you have lost? $160,000, $170,000. That should be mind-blowing. And for condos, it's a similar story. The entry point's a lot lower. You made $42,000. If you just bought the crappiest condo in San Diego, you're making about $42,000 a year just by holding it. And you have a place to live. So we've got to be able to educate people to say, here's the trade-off. You can go pay rent. Average rent in San Diego right now is $2,800 for a one-bedroom place. Maybe you have to pay a little bit more to buy it, but you're making money on top of it. Plus, you've got the write-offs. Where do we lose? That's why you beg, borrow, steal. Get into your first place. Maybe not steal. Beg, borrow. Median AMT, so active market time. From the time an agent puts a listing in the MLS to the time it's got an accepted offer and comes off the market, back down to 13 and 12 days. So the rapidity of the market is back, and it's only going to get more rapid. What this also indicates is if you have a listing and you're on the market more than 13 days, it's time for a price improvement. Because the market is telling you if it's attractive, it's not staying there for 2 weeks. Okay. Months of supply, it's edged up a little bit because we had more listings come to market, but we're still at 1.6, 1.7 months. Meaning if we stopped listing everything today, we would run out of houses to sell in a month and a half. Average list price to sales price, whenever you're in a seller's market that's as aggressive as this is, and it's aggressive, your average sales price is going to be over 100% of original list price. And if you look at those really high lines, that was March of 2022, March and April, and what did I tell you? Our current numbers are equal to those numbers in March of 2022. What happened to our average sales price? The list price to sales price ratio. It got asinine. 107% just meant we had no idea how crazy the buyer frenzy was going to get, and the buyers pushed the prices up that much. I think we're in that perfect storm again. I would anticipate that for April, May, and June. And then maybe a little bit of a slowdown. Average price per square foot, obviously climbing with the sales prices. And then I took one of the slides out. Vinny had actually posted because it was an incomplete slide last month. I took that out because it caused some social media fervor, but left this one in. This is showing you the number of agents and transaction sides in SDMLS in 2022, 23, and 24. Most important thing, I think, as a company owner, is to look at the total sides, which is the very last one. In 2022, we had 78,554 sides closed. What that means is you have a listing, the seller represents a side, the buyer represents a side. So there's two sides for every sale. So we had 78,500. Last year, we had 54,000.
The whole year.
Huh?
The whole year.
Yeah, this is the whole year. And then, so it goes, the way I pulled these, I pulled them on March 31st. So March 31st, 2023 to 2024, there were 44,058. The year prior, 22 to 23, 54,000. The year prior, 21 to 22, 78,000. Why do you think I think that's important? Is it fair to say, if we have, this is a logic problem, the larger your market is, the 78,000 sides that were available for you all to sell would sustain more realtor life
Yes.
than 44,000.
Yes.
There's a lot fewer agents eating when your transaction counts go down that much. Which is why, if you look at the top, 71, almost 72% of agents last year in San Diego County didn't close a transaction. That's a good thing for many of us who would like to see the level of professionalism get raised, because a lot of those agents who have been not taking this as a career but maybe a hobby, that's fine. It's just not the market for being a hobbyist. You have to work. Now, the cool thing is, when we're seeing it now, the number of agents that were hobbyists that are getting out is allowing more opportunity for all of you who are working your rear ends off. And we're seeing it in terms of our actual numbers. Okay, so yes, we're gonna see the numbers of agents contract even on a nationwide level, but that means the work you're putting in is gonna give you a much bigger result eventually. You just gotta keep doing it. And trust us, we've seen this, we've lived through it. All right, and then monthly indicators. So about 3 weeks ago, I actually had lunch with Saul Klein, who's the CEO of SDA MLS, and I told him about these slides. I said, I include them every month, but I gotta tell you, they're worthless. If we're paying for this product, we shouldn't be. So I anticipate this will go away soon, because he had no idea. I said, they're not accurate, but we provide them because it's what the media uses. So there you go. All you need to know is supply has increased and buyer demand has also increased. Prices are continuing to rise. Woo! I did hear, and I need to, new building in San Diego County is such a small part of our market. I have not really ever tracked it. But I know nationwide, yesterday they announced that builder confidence had really plummeted. Don't know why, but the housing starts were 12% behind last month, meaning builders just paused building. It's usually an indicator that they know might have been interest rates, might be because inflation is up. Huh?
Not co-oping.
Well, locally they're not co-oping, but the builders have just paused new doors anywhere, not San Diego, but nationwide. So it's an important thing to keep an eye on, because the builders influence so much of what happens in the stock market with anything real estate related. Vinny?
So going back to the 2 slides ago, right, where you're talking about the agents.
Yeah, you left when you weren't in here when I said I took the one out that you posted that caused all the crap.
But looking at the 67%, right, that didn't do any business, right? Do you think
In March,
was,
in 2022?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you think that was an effect of COVID or low rates? Because then we got the bump up to 51, which is a fairly significant bump up.
It's a great question. I don't know. What I would guess, and it's a really good question. I'll go back and look. I would guess there were some, like maybe large accounts, like a builder account, that brought a whole bunch of units on for 1 or 2 agents. I'll dig into it a little bit.
But do you think that has the same kind of yo-yo effect that we have next year then? Because we get 67 to 51, they're probably 71. Go down to
I don't think so, because I think a lot of those agents are already out. You had to renew, you had to pay. How many do you get? When do you get cut off from the MLS if you don't pay? End of April. So these numbers will be very different. And not realtor-wise, because you already had to pay your realtor dues. I'm talking about your first quarter MLS dues. That they will cut you, I think the 12th actually, 12th of April.
Yeah. Yeah,
Was that it?
but then I don't know why, because I paid and I called them and they were like, yeah, your payment is here, but you're still not. So I was like, can somebody fix it?
Yeah, so we'll see SDMLS Realtor numbers substantially different next month. But how long, let's ask agents in the room. If you hadn't closed a deal last year or the year before, would you renew your MLS dues and your NAR dues? If you had gone 2 years without a closing?
No way.
Nope. That's it. It's just like sellers who are trying to wait out the interest rates. The agents were trying to wait out the market. Only way to wait out, not even wait out the market, the only way to thrive in the market is to get your butt to work. Then you'll be just fine. All right, sold prices are going to continue to go up because inventory is still very low. And then I added this. This is a very basic visual. I believe our jobs have changed a little bit because of what has happened with the NAR settlement in the last, let's call it 6 months. Your number one job always as a salesperson, and we are salespeople in real estate, is to generate leads. However you do that. For me, it's conversations with humans wherever you happen to be. Always the basis of your business. Generate leads. Then, because I am 48, I've been in the business 25 years, there has never, ever been a time when media was talking about real estate more than now. So we have a huge opportunity because most consumers are thinking about real estate more than they've ever thought about it because the media is talking about it. So it's kind of priming the pump for us to talk. The challenge is 90% of what your people are hearing in the media or on social media, TikTok, whatever, 90% of it is not accurate. 10% of it might be. So our second job is now to educate them because we have to, if we just let them, how many of you have heard something crazy from a buyer or seller just in the last week? Where are they getting it from? Some media channel. So we have to educate. And yeah, they're ready for it. How many of you have had somebody say, oh my God, are you okay? Are you still going to get paid? We're concerned about you. Great, let's have that conversation. It's teed up for us, but we have to educate. And then serve when they're ready. Serve them when they're ready. That's the combination. You do those things every day, you will have a thriving real estate business regardless of what the market is. All right, we got 4 minutes for questions. Thank you, by the way. Yes.
So you talked about new developers, new developments. Do you have any stats or resource to find out about any permits for single lots, like local developers or?
We can go to the, yes, we can. I was talking nationally, not locally.
Okay.
I know our housing starts have, Gary London has all the great data on that. I can pull it. It's such an insubstantial amount that I don't want to waste time on it. But we can, just for comparison.
I just got access to nationwide software called Zonda that is all for new construction.
Okay.
So if anybody needs any kind of information on new construction, feel free to come see me. We can find projects that are coming out down the road, anywhere in the country, but specifically obviously around here. But it'll be anywhere from teeny tiny little developers to massive KB, Lamar Home, everything.
Awesome.
So I'll do some digging for you.
Okay, Bridget.
I know you've talked about this but it's been a while. I'm curious as to, as a brokerage, if you've seen an increase in properties coming back on the market in the last few months.
Like cancel, expired, withdrawn?
No, like deals falling apart and going back on. It
Yeah.
just seems like there's been a lot of that.
Oh yeah, no, they're up. And I don't keep an overall market look at that, but we have a report that we get daily that shows how many have canceled. And if we have the listing, it obviously comes back on. But yes, in a volatile market, that's what first tells us it's volatile, something's changing. So yeah, and I think because the number of listings has come, do you guys feel that it's competitive and that things have sped up? Do you?
Yes.
Yeah. I would say in the last 30 days, that's what we've seen. Well, what happens to your buyers when they sense the market is more competitive and things speed up? They speed up, they may make offers that they're not comfortable with, and then go, oh shit, we didn't really mean that. And I think that's what we've seen. That will flatten out.
And I think there's other things coming to market because there's nothing, and now there's one more home in the neighborhood they're looking at, so then they really get.
People were talking about HOAs and having issues with HOAs and their financing and their money with HOAs, and then that's why it feels kind of.
That absolutely, I mean.
That might be happening more often because those buildings are older or whatever, so I don't know, I've been in the industry for years now, but.
Yeah, it happens a lot. So God, I was saying, as people get through their due diligence, maybe they find out the HOA is insolvent and all of a sudden, they're gonna have a huge bill they have to pay on top, they may pull out. I don't know that that's increased, just if you do a lot of work in HOAs, you see that pretty consistently. And you get to know which one of there's a difference, you get to know which one you're gonna run into that on.
Yeah.
Any other questions? All right, and then I was just gonna say on batteries, if you go to Staples, they will give you a box. And if you fill the box with used batteries, you get a 50% discount on your new batteries.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Thank you.
Welcome. Okay. See you all at Robert's, coming up.